Vata. Okay. Till then, study hard and okay, bye bye.
Bye, ma'am.
So, good evening, everyone.
Good
Good evening,
evening,
sir.
sir.
Uh,
Good evening, sir.
so,
Good evening, sir.
need a break of 5 minutes, or we can start.
No, sir, we can start.
Start.
Okay. If we want to start, then okay, no problem. So, first of all, what we have discussed in the previous class, anybody please brief me about that part.
It was about that reminder theorem where we stopped.
Okay. Remainder theorem, polynomial theorem, cyclicity.
Polynomial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyclicity, remainder theorem, and polynomial theorem, right?
Polynomial. We have
And
completed.
what about the questions which I'm sharing on the regular basis? Are you guys doing or not?
Sir, practice papers.
Practice basically 10 questions on every day.
Sir, we have just now received another practice PDF.
Okay.
Sir,
So,
after the completion of this class, we will start.
okay. And what about the means day before yesterday? That means on third also I shared one set of 10 questions of the mathematics. You got it or not?
No, sir, we didn't get.
Okay. No
Sir,
problem.
I got it.
Okay. So you did it or not? Completed or not?
Really very sorry, sir. I didn't. Sir,
Oh,
actually, I'm busy with my college society work, so that's why.
yes, Mayur, you can leave because you already means covered these parts, so you can leave. Don't worry. Okay, so first of all, just Alok Prakash Tripathi. So please unmute yourself, Alok. Just I want a quick introduction from you.
Yeah, sir, please.
Yeah. So it's your first class, I think, for CSET.
Exactly. This is my first class for the whole session.
First class for the whole session. Okay, no problem. So first of all, welcome to the UPSC Lounge. Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Enjoy the class.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Anjana Somnath. So I already means discussed with the Rasmi ma'am about you. So welcome to means UPSC Lounge. What is the update about your preparation? Means have you attended previous class for the CSAT? Anjana, are you there?
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir. Sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah.
Thank you for the welcome. Yes, sir. I attended the class on the second.
Okay.
That is the Friday, the number system class. Yes, I did attend that.
Okay. Please, I'll share you means I'll share my contact number. Please share your details means your email ID and mobile number so that I'll give you access for the Google Drive as well as I'll generate the dashboard means access for you.
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
Fine.
you.
Okay. So
Excuse me, sir.
yes, Tanika.
Can I ask a thing? Like,
Yeah. Please.
sir, what is dashboard?
Dashboard.
Yes,
Basically,
sir.
yeah. You don't know about that.
No, sir.
Uh, you are our old student. Just 1 minute. I'm sharing you a link. Please sign up there and just tell me so that I'll provide you the access for the same. I think all of you got the
Sir,
access.
actually, are you talking about the Google Drive link? Like,
No. Google Drive link is where you are getting the complete classroom program. Means where you are getting the recorded lectures.
sir, I have my, I have to log in like, you just provide me a ID,
Okay.
so I have to log in and
Okay. Don't
there
worry.
I will find it.
If you have any issue, then you can call me after the class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Fine. So first of all, can we discuss the previous lecture questions or just we will start with the new fresh topic? Please tell me. Anybody have doubt about what questions I shared in the on the 3rd of April? Anyone have doubt in those questions?
Sir, actually, I have not received.
Okay, so basically, don't worry, I'll share it again. Don't worry, and basically, I already shared the solution for the same in the today's PDF.
Okay.
Yeah, just 1 minute. I'm showing it to you. Basically, this is the solution for the 3rd April, and after that, you will get some new questions, which is based on your number system part. Okay, these are the questions. So you have to do it before means tomorrow's class. Okay. And if anybody have doubt in these questions, you can ask in the class. Otherwise, you will get the solution. If you have any query in the solution parts, then also you can ask. Fine.
Okay, sir, we will start with new topic, but
Okay, no
tomorrow
problem.
we'll
Yeah,
tomorrow
yeah.
we'll
Okay, no,
go with
no, no problem. So as I already told you guys that we will start the percentage today. Okay. I already finished the means covered almost all the part of the number system. So today I'll discuss the percentage. So basically percentage. So percentage means value out of 100. Okay. Value out of 100. This is the basic definition of percentage. Suppose somewhere is written like 25%. That means you have to divide 25 by 100. So after that you will get 1 by 4. That means 0.25. So in this example, you can understand this is the percentage notation. This is the notation for the percentage in the fractional form. Okay. And this is the simplification of the fraction. And this is the notation of percentage in decimal form. Okay. So we can convert the percent value in the decimal form, and we can convert the same means percent value in the fractional form, and we can do the same thing in vice versa as well. Basically means you can convert any decimal number into a percentage form, or any fractional number into percentage form, or any fractional number into decimal form. So these are the basically interchangeable values for each other. This is the basic definition and basic idea about the percentage. Is it clear to you all?
yes.
Okay. So just 1 minute, I'll share some slides as well for you all. Basically, the term percent indicates the value out of 100, and this concept was developed to solve the means to make the comparison easier. Basically, whatever the ratio we are solving the questions related to the ratio part, to minimize means to minimize the problems related to those, to simplify those problems, we use the concept of the percentage. This is the basic idea behind the percentage. And basically how you will calculate the percent value. So percent value is equals to value upon total value. Basically, suppose you are saying like you have three things like one number is 20, another is 30, and another number is 50, suppose. So what will be the percentage of this out of total? So value upon total. Total means 20 plus 30 plus 50 and multiply by 100. 100 why? For percentage notation, you will multiply by 100. So you will get it like 20 divided by 90 into 100. So whatever the number you will get, that will be the percent value for the given number. Okay. Means given a particular value, that means 20. And the notation, as I
Uh,
already told, yeah, please.
I feel it's 20 divided by 100.
Just 1 minute. What you say, please repeat. Kanika, please repeat what you ask.
Actually, sir, nothing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So basically, notice. Please mute yourself. Notation for the percentage is like this. Some where you will get like this also. And the concept of the percentage is used in the reasoning and aptitude and data interpretation section mainly. And basically you use the means concept of the percentage in your daily life. Means everywhere you are using the concept of percentage. Suppose you are going to purchase something, there also you are means looking like how many percentage discount we are getting, or how many means these kind of means general life examples are there related to the percentage portion. Okay. So I already told you percentage and fraction. So this is the percentage form for any number, this is the fraction form, and this is the decimal form. I already written these things because we have less time, means we have to cover more things in less time manner. That's why I wrote these things and just explaining the same thing. If anybody want that explanation, like just I'll write all these things and then explain, then you can also tell me, I'll do that part also. But basically these are very means basic things and we can easily understand. That's why And if I'll do like this, then we can save our time. That's why I'm doing like this. And if anybody have means query, or anyone want that key, I'll write all those things and after that you will write, then I can also do that part also. So basically percentage, I already told you, 100 percentage. Okay, 100%. So the number in the fraction form, that will be 1. How? Basically 100, and meaning of percent, that means divide by 100. So when you will divide 100 by 100, you will get the simple value, that means 1. You can write it 1 by 1 as well in the fraction form, and the decimal notation for 1, that will be also 1. For 50%, what you will do, 50 divided by 100, that means 1 upon 2. So this is the your fractional notation for the 50%, and this is your decimal representation for the same. Okay, so after that I wrote one more thing, that is 33.33 bar. Okay, so 33.33. So when you will write it like 33.33 bar divided by percentage, that means 100. So when you will divide it like 33.3333 and so on divided by 100, you will get it like 1 by 3, that means 0.33, and 33 and so on. So when the same value will be repeated, you can write it like this, 0.33 bar. Fine. In the same manner, I wrote for the 1 by 4 as well as 1 by 6. Is it clear to all? Means the conversion thing, suppose somewhere is written like 1. So how you will convert in the percentage form? Just multiply by 100. You will get 100%. Suppose 1 by 3 is written, just when you will multiply by 100, you will get it 33.33 bar in the percentage form, right? And when you will divide these fractional number directly, you will get the decimal notation for the same. Is it clear to all? Basically, this is the basic conversion, and sometimes they can ask the questions related to this concept only. I'll show you one or two questions based on this previous year questions. So is it clear to all? Percentage and fraction and decimal. Basically conversion of percentage into fraction, fraction into decimal, and vice versa. Means fraction to percentage or decimal to percentage and decimal to fraction. That's those things. Is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes,
Up,
sir.
okay. After this, you will get a concept, basic concept. This is very basic concept. That's name is multiplication factor. So basically multiplication factor means whatever percentage you are writing. Suppose you have somewhere written like a value 30. So if I'll say that the increment of 20% in 30, okay. So increment, just 1 minute, I'll explain it. Uh, just 1 minute. So multiplication factor. So this is means this is the main concept in the percentage means when you are going to solve any question related to the percentage, then this is the basic concept about that multiplication factor. So suppose somewhere is written like 200. So if I'm saying the increment of 30% increment in 200, so how you will solve it? 200. Okay, so increment of 30%, that means 200, 30 means 30% of 200. So you will solve it like this. Why I wrote plus here? Because this is increment. Suppose if I wrote like this decrement, that means 200 plus, sorry, this will be minus here, 200 minus 200 cross 30 percentage, that means like this. Okay, so basically the value, whatever the percent value is mentioned here, that is your multiplying factor. Okay, so this is your multiplying factor. How you will write it? Suppose if you are going to solve this line only, that means 200 plus 200 cross 30 divided by 100. That means if you take common value, that means 200 as a common, then you will get 1 plus 30 divided by 100. Okay, so basically 1 means 100% if you are going in the percentage form, and 30 divided 100 means 30% if you will go in the means percentage form. Just 1 minute. Yeah, you can leave an eye, don't worry. So this is 30%. So basically multiplication factor or multiplying factor is that means value, whatever you are increasing or decreasing in your original value. Okay, so basically here you are increasing, just increasing the value by 30%. So what you can do, 200 and 1 is basically your 100% value. Increment, that means 30 divided by 100. So if you will write it in means decimal form, so you can directly write it 0.3. Okay, and 200. So you can easily solve it in a single line if you are using the concept of the multiplying factor. So when you will multiply this, you will get like 260. In the same manner, the multiplication factor for the means decrement, if you are saying for the decrement, you can say like 200 and 1 minus 0.3, 30% decrement. So original value, that means 100%. So in the decimal form, that will be 1. So 200 multiplied by 0.7, you will get what? 140. So after 30% decrement, you will get 140. After 30% increment, you will get 260. Is it clear? Multiplying factor. Basically, multiplying factor means you can write it like multiplying factor equals to value, whatever the value there is, 1 plus minus means percent.
Could you please,
Yeah.
um, sir, could you please open the last slide?
Okay, please see here. Basically, multiplying factor means whatever the number you are just increasing or decreasing. So if you are increasing, just add that value with 1. If you are decreasing, just subtract that value with
Sir, I
1
have a doubt.
by 1. Yeah, please ask.
Sir, what about the 200 into 0.7? ये कहाँ से आया? मतलब
Okay, so basically this is this. After this, I wrote this. Basically, when you are means decreasing the value by 30%, that means what you are doing, subtract that value. Okay, so when you will subtract zero point 0.3 from 1, you will get 0.7. Is it clear?
okay, sir.
Okay. So can I proceed now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So means 1 plus minus percent value, whatever you are increasing or decreasing, or you can say decimal of the given percent, decimal value of given percent, value of given percent. I'll show you some examples, then this will be much clear for you. Basically, you can solve the question like this also. Suppose if I am saying that what will be the final value after increment of 30%. So you can solve it by 3 steps also. That means first of all, calculate the 30% of 200. So when you will solve it, you will get like 60. After this, what you have to do, the original value, that means 200 plus 60, you will get 260. So this is a very basic question, so you can solve it very easily. But when there are, suppose somewhere is like first we are increasing the value by 30%, after that we are decreasing the value by 20%, again after we are after the same we are increasing the value by 50%. So you have to solve the question in means in 3 steps. After that you have to multiply all those numbers. So that will be really lengthy process for you. So that concept is known as successive percentage change. I'll show it also in the further slides. So multiplying factor, is it clear to you all? Anybody have doubt in this, then please tell me so that I'll proceed.
So can you say one more?
Okay, no problem. I'll do one thing, just I'll show you some examples directly. Don't worry, just I'll show you examples. Okay. So it is nothing but the fractional or decimal form of percentage. Whatever the value we are changing, means increasing or decreasing, that is known as your multiplication factor. Just 1 minute. So here, just a first example I here written, a quantity 200 is increased by 75%. So then what will be the new quantity? Okay. So what you have to do, means quantity means a value is 200. So we increase the value by 75%. After that, what will be the final value for this? Okay. So how you can approach, just 70, first you have to calculate 75% of 200, that will be 150. Okay. So new quantity, just add that number. So this is the first process. This is a small question, so the question finished in 2 lines. But when you use the concept of multiplication factors, so that means suppose your initial value is 100%, that means 1. So when you will increase the value by 70%, that means 100% plus 75%, that means 175%. If you are going in the percentage, okay, and if you are going in the decimal number, so 1 plus 0.75, that means 1.75. So what you have to do now, and if you are going in the suppose fraction form, so 1 plus 75% means 3 by 4 in the fractional form. So you can what you have to do now, just you can multiply either here or here, okay, or here also. So after multiplying this number means you are multiplying 200 by 1.75, either 200 multiply by 1 plus 3 by 4, or you can multiply 200 by 175. Always you will get the same value, that is 350. So this is the basic concept of multiplication factor. So if you have already the practice for these things, then how you will solve it? Suppose the question is written 200 is increased by 75%. What you will write? 200, and you will calculate directly 75% increment, that means this is the value directly. So 175 to the 350, this will be your answer. Even you have there is no need to use the pen and paper for these kind of questions. If you have already means the idea about the concept of the means multiplication factor and all those
Excuse me,
things.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, here is 0.75 is a multiplying factor, or 1.75 is a multiplying factor.
0.75 will be multiplying factor basically.
Okay, just we need to add 1 in any
Yeah.
multiplier factor.
Yeah, basically 1 is your total value. 1 means 100%, that is your total value. After that, whatever increment or decrement you are doing, that is your multiplying factor. Suppose if I say that ki 75% decrement is here for the 200, so what you have to write? 200 1 minus 0.75. So what will be your value? 200 multiplied by 0.25, that means 50 only. Is it clear? So if decrement will be there, just you have to subtract the given percentage value in the decimal form. If increment will be there, just you can add the same value, means the same decimal value of the given percentage in the one, and after that you can multiply the number by the by your original value. This is the basic concept. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So if anyone have query in this concept, then you can ask. Okay, otherwise I'll move with the new concept. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, perfect. So after that, this question, I have given one more question. A quantity 300 when increased by some percentage becomes 360. Find out by what percentage it has increased. Okay. So basically the question is asking about the increment, percentage increment. So you can solve it by two logic. Means the if you will go in the means detailed discussion. So basically what is your original means getting what you got the answer 360, means after increment you got 360. Before that, just give me 1 minute. Okay, so 360 is your means uh, screen is visible or not? Hello.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, fine. So a quantity 300. So basically 300 is your quantity. When increased by some percentage, it becomes 360. So it becomes 360. So what will be the means percentage of the increment like this? This is the basic idea, means logic behind this question. Okay. So x, what it is exactly your multiplying factor. Okay. So now you can solve it very easily. When I already solved your question here. What you have to do, 360 divided by 300 equals to 1 plus x. So you can solve it means x. If you have idea about the multiplying factor, you can solve it very easily. Is it clear?
Sir, hi sir, it's Sanjeev. Sir, in this type of questions,
Huh.
like this is the formula, means by default formula. Like we'll in LHS we'll give the one value, and in RHS we'll put another value, and in the bracket multiplying factor that one is final always.
So don't worry, just listen one thing. When I'll discuss the profit and loss, I will means again tell you the same concept, and basically I'll tell you that final value equals to initial value in bracket 1 plus minus increment or decrement. Just 1 minute, I'll write it. Final value equals to initial value in bracket 1 plus minus increment or decrement. Okay. What exactly the meaning of this means formula? Suppose in this question final value was 360. Okay, and what was the initial value? That was a quantity, that means 300. 1 plus minus, what was the increment or decrement? Basically they are asking what percentage it has increased. So suppose it's x increased, that means you have to go with the positive only. Suppose they asked what suppose if this value is 300 and this one is 360, then they will ask about the decrement, then you have to go with the minus part. So you can also means make your own formula like this. Final value equals to initial value into 1 plus minus increment or decrement. Okay, Sanjeev, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir, it's clear. Thank you.
Please, you can write this formula also. This will be applicable everywhere in percentage, profit loss, or any question when you will discuss, means you will go through the means data interpretation part also. You will get the concept like this basically. And final value will be greater than initial value when the percentage will be in increasing order, means when percentage increment will be there, and final value will be less than initial value when decrement will be there. You can just check your answers as well by using this concept also. So this question is clear to you all or not? If question number 2 is also clear to you, then I'll move ahead with the new question. Okay. So after this, successive percentage change. Successive percentage change, basically the meaning of this is you can say like multiple multiplying factor. That's it. Means what we are seeing here, multiplying factor, that means multiplication factor or multiplying factor means whatever the increment or decrement you are doing in your initial value. So when you will go means with the concept of successive percentage change, that means whatever percentage increment or decrement you are doing on your initial value means successively, that means first you are suppose increasing, and after that suppose you are decreasing in the same value, and after that again you are increasing or decreasing. So what you have to do, just multiply all those multiplying factor. That means uh, just 1 minute, successive just give me 1 second. Successive percentage change, basic sorry, successive percentage change. The meaning of this is means you can write it, means final value equals to initial value into 1 plus minus multiplying factor 1, 1 plus minus multiplying factor 2, 1 plus minus multiplying factor 3, and so on. Whatever the whatever the number you are getting for the multiplying factor, you can write it in. I think you all got this formula basically. It means suppose somewhere is written like 200, and they are saying first we increase the value by 30%. Increase means plus 30. After that we decrease the value by 20%. Decrease means minus value. After that again we increase the value by 50%. Okay. So what will be your final value? So what you have to do, final value equals to 200 is your initial value. First what you did, 30% increment, so 0.3. Okay, and after that 20% decrement, 0.2. After that 50% increment, that means 0.5. So this will be 1.3, this will be 0.8, and this will be 1.5. Okay, and initial value 200. So when you will multiply all these numbers, you will get your answer. And if just 1 minute, by using the successive percentage change, you can solve these questions within 2 or 3 lines. But if you have no idea about the successive percentage change, then what you will do, first you will calculate the 30% of 200, then you will calculate the 20% of 200, then you will calculate the 50% of 200, and first 30% increment, that means you will add this value, then 20% decrement, you will subtract this value, then 50% again increment, you will again add this value. After this, you will add all these 3 answers. That means you have to follow means a particular, suppose you will take 3-4 minutes to solve this question, but if you have idea about the successive percentage change, then you can solve this question within 30 seconds only. Is it clear to all or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Anybody have query in this, then please raise your hand. I'll clear it again.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, if the question is like if 30% of 200 and
Okay.
then after that the total, then 20% of that, and then it goes on, then
So,
how will be the equation?
So if means suppose what you are saying, that means 30% of 200. So then what you have to do, you have to solve the question, means you have to solve the question according to the condition, whatever the things given in the question. That means first of all, you have to calculate 30% of 200, whatever the value you are getting. Again, suppose they are saying that 20% of that 30% of 200. Then again, you have to calculate that value. After that, suppose they are saying increment or decrement part, then you can apply the multiplying factor or the concept of multiplying factor or successive percentage change on the value what you get after solving these 2 steps. Okay.
Sir, means that time this successive percentage change formula will not
Yeah.
be used.
Yeah, this will be not applicable. This will be applicable when final value they are asking and initial value they are already given, and they are just saying like there are some percentage increment, then decrement, or increment, then again increment, then again decrement, or increment, then only. If they are asking something different from this, then we will discuss those concepts further in this slide only, in the chapter only. Don't worry. Yeah, 312 or whatever the answer we are getting, don't worry about that. Harshita, please share your contact details as well. I think this is your first class. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
okay, please share your contact details in the chat box. So is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So after this, we will means solve some questions on this. So first question, a quantity 300 is increased by 20%, then it was decreased by 10%. Find out the new quantity, how much is less than or more than 300. So basically they are not telling you that key what means exactly the value is increasing or decreasing. So basically they are asking the same thing. This is increasing or decreasing, and what percentage the value is increasing or decreasing. So please give me your number, Harshita. Name is already mentioned there. So what they are saying, 300. Okay. So 300, and after that, for what they are saying, increased by 20%. That means 1 plus 0.2. Okay. And after that, it was decreased by 1, means 1 minus 0.1, 10% decrement. So what will be the final value for this? 300 into 1.2 into 0. Sorry, 9. Okay. Just 1 minute. 0.9. So when you will multiply this, means
Sir, it's 324.
324.
no. Basically, what they are asking, the percentage means it's increasing or decreasing, And what is the exactly percentage means what is the value of basically they are asking about the multiplying factor in this question. Just 1 minute. 300 basically the question is 300. So first what they did, 20% they increase, then 10% decrease. After doing this on this value, that means this is your initial value, whatever the final value you are getting, it is increasing or decreasing, and by what percentage it's increasing or decreasing. This is the basically they are asking. Percentage you can say, or you can say what is the multiplying factor for this question. Basically 324 is the final answer. You can solve it by using this also. 324 minus 300 divided by 300 into 100. You will get how many percentage increment or decrement is there. Basically this is the means final value minus initial value upon initial value into 100. You will get 8%, I think, from here as well. Don't worry, this is also the same concept. Okay, so final value equals to initial value, that means 300. 20% increment, that means 1.2 here, means 1 plus 0.2, that will be 1.2, and 10% decrement, that means 0.9. So you can write it like 300 into 12 into 9, what it is, 1.08. So what you can write it like 300 into 1 plus 0.08. Is it okay for you, everybody? So basically this is your total value, that means your 100% value, and this is your percentage here. Plus is showing that this is increment, and what increment, 0.08. So what you can write it, 0.08 basically multiply by 100 for percentage, that means 8%. So what you are looking here means you can see here 8% increment in your initial value. That means when you will increase the value by 8%, you will get the final answer for this question. That means when you will increase 20% and then decrease the value by 10% for 300, you will get the final value like 324, and that will be the increment by 8% in your initial value, that is 300. Is it clear? सबको क्लियर है कि नहीं? किसी को भी डाउट हो तो प्लीज आस्क, आई विल रिपीट.
Sir, repeat please.
Okay. Basically question was that ki if 300 is a given value, that means your initial value is 300. So when you will increase the value by 20% and then decrease the value by 10%, what percentage increase or decrease you will means get on your initial value. Okay, so what we did, first of all, we calculate this by using the concept of successive percentage change. That means 300 plus 20% increment plus 10% decrement. We got the answer like this: 300 and 1.08. So we can break it in the numbers like 1 plus 0.08. Why this? Because we already discussed one formula, that is final value equals to initial value 1 plus minus multiplying factor. Multiplying factor basically percentage increment or decrement in your value. Okay, so here final value, there is no need, they not ask about the final value, so there is no need for the calculation of this. Basically they are asking the percentage increment or decrement. So we got this answer. So here we got plus is showing that the value is increasing, that means percentage increment. By what percentage it is increasing? So that is this. So this is your decimal value. So when you will convert decimal value into percentage, you have to multiply by 100. That means this will be your 8%. Hena, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, perfect. So after this, this question is clear to all, na? Okay, no problem. After this, the next question. Okay, so multiplying factor are very useful whenever the percentage comparison occurs between two different values. Okay, no problem. So basically I already described these two means stars, so there is no need for the further discussion on this. The salary of Ram was increased by 40%. Okay, but Ram's performance kept on declining. Okay, declining. Okay, because of which his employer decreased his salary to the salary before the increment. Okay, no problem. Find out what percentage deduction was provided by his employer. Okay, no problem. So basically what they are saying ki first the salary was increased by 40%, but after increasing the salary his performance was declining continuously. So if your performance will decline, definitely your employer will decrease your salary. So the same thing will be done with the Ram also. So his salary will decreased by the employer before increasing the salary. Basically they were planning to increase the salary by 40%, but when his performance was declined, so they decreased their salary, his salary. So find out the percentage deduction was provided by his employer. So what we can consider, first of all, we will consider the salary of the Ram before the increment is X, suppose, and after increment the salary become Y. Okay, no problem. So now his salary was again decreased from Y to X, and we need to find out the percentage change. Okay, so basically the salary was decreased from Y to X. So what is exactly the percentage change here? They are asking in the question. So how we will proceed for these kind of questions? First, what you have to do, basically what exactly Y is your Y is what? Basically X means Y is your final value, means after increment, this is your salary, and X is your initial value. So for this, what is the multiplying factor? Basically the salary was increased by the 40%. This was already mentioned in the question. That means Y equals to X 1 plus 0.4, you can say it like this. Is it clear to all or not? This line, अगर ये line clear है तो आगे आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं आने वाला है, अदरवाइज आपको डाउट हो जाएगा. Is it
Please
clear?
again.
Okay, just 1 minute, I'll move on the question part. Okay, so basically what we consider, suppose Ram's salary was X, and after increment of 40% increment, his salary was became Y. Okay, so Y is the final value for Ram and X is the initial value for Ram. Okay, so what formula I told you? Final value equals to initial value 1 plus minus multiplying factor. I already told you all. So final value is Y, initial value, that means initial salary X, 1 plus minus multiplying factor, what it is? 40% increment. So we are increasing the value, so we can skip the minus part, we will proceed with the plus part. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically I wrote the same thing in the next slide here. Okay, so what we have to do now, we have to find out that what decrement we have, means what exactly the decrement done by the employer for Ram. Okay, so you have to calculate the value in the form of X, whatever the increment or decrement we are seeing here. Basically decrement is there because his performance was declined and all the things. Okay, so you got your answer like Y equals to 1 plus 40 divided by 100. X is here, so you can write it like here as well. So now you have to calculate the value of X. Okay, means you have to calculate the value of X in the form of Y. Okay, so basically Y will be here. I wrote it incorrectly. Y will be here and Y will be here. Okay, so what you have to do now, just you can simplify it like this, means when you will divide both the number by 20, you will get 2 by 5. Okay, when you will add this, you will get 7 by 5. So X equals to 5 by 7 Y. X equals to 5 by 7 Y. Is it clear or not? These steps are clear or not? Someone is asking something. Just 1 minute. Yeah, you can leave. Pooja, you can leave. Basically, is it clear to all or not? Please tell me. This line is clear or not? Please tell me. If anybody have doubt, then please raise your hand. Sanjeev, is it clear?
Sir,
Clear,
please
sir.
repeat
Clear.
Okay. After this, what we did, just we add the number simply. Means 1 plus 2 by 5, that will be equals to 7 by 5.
You can write 1 plus 0.4 also.
Yeah, you can write na 1 plus 0.4 into x equals to y. Basically, this is your multiplying factor, original multiplying factor. Here we wrote in the fractional form. That's
Fractional.
it. Okay, to simplify the problem. So suppose if you are writing like this, you can also solve it 1 by 1.4x. So x equals to 1 upon 1.4 into x. Oh, sorry, y. Okay. So you can simplify it in the means what you will get this value. When you will simplify, you can just solve it like this. X equals to what you can write it 10 by 14. Okay. So you can write it like 5 by 7. Okay. So you are getting the same thing here also. Okay. So
Yes.
5 by 7 means 1 minus 2 upon 7 into x. Oh, sorry, into y. Okay, so you got this value into y. These two places will be y. So what you can see here, x equals to 1 minus 2 upon 7 into y. So x, now it's your final value, basically according to question. Okay, and 1 minus 2 by 7 into initial value. So this is your multiplying factor. Now this is in the negative, that means it's your decrement is here. And what decrement is here? 2 by 7. So if you want to calculate the value in the percentage, you have to multiply by 100. So basically 200 divided by 7, that is 28.56 percentage. Is it clear to all or not? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So after this, we will move on the next question. Okay. Okay. The price of a toy was increased by 20% and then it was decreased by 20%. Okay. It was given something, just 1 minute. I'm not able to see the screen. Just 1 minute. Where is my cursor? Okay. Okay. The price of a toy was increased by 20% and then it was sold at 20% discount. Find out the net percentage change in the price of the toy. This is the same thing. Basically, what you have to do, toy was increased by 20% and then decreased by this. So basically you got the final answer like 0.96 when you will solve this. Okay. So what exactly percentage increment or decrement you are getting? So you have to subtract it. Basically it's less than 1. So you have to subtract it. Means you have to subtract when you will subtract it by 1. So what answer you will get here? So basically 4. So that will be your 0.04. This will show you 4% of decrement. Is it clear, this question? I don't think so requirement of discussion on this question. Example number 2, is it clear to all or not? Basically they are asking what exactly the net percentage change will be there. So how you will calculate? You will just directly multiply those multiplying factors, whatever the increment or decrement will be there. After that, if the value is less than 100, so you have to calculate how much how exactly how much value is less than 100. If the value is greater than 100, again you have to calculate how much value is greater than 100. And if the value is more than 100, that will be your increment, percentage increment, and the value is less than 100, that will be your percentage decrement. Is it clear? Second question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Uske baad, third one is what exactly it is. Radius of a sphere is increased by 10%. Find out the net percentage increment in the volume. Okay. So for these kind of questions, just 1 minute. When you are suppose area or volume increment or decrement. Okay, suppose they are asking, suppose they are saying like side of a square is increased by 10%. What will be the increment in the area? This is one question. So how you will proceed? First of all, suppose this is your square, so this will be your side, that means A. So after 10% increment, what your side, basically what your side will become, A plus 10%, that means 0.1 A. Okay, that means 1.1 A. So this will be your side 1.1 A. So what will be the area change? So for this, your area will be A square. For this, what exactly your area will be? 1.1 A whole square. That means 1.21 A square. So 1.21 you are getting here. So what you have to do? 1.21, it's exactly what it is. 1.1 plus 0.21. That means 21%. And this value is in the plus. That means 21% increment in the area. When means basically what I want to say, if you will increase your side by 10%, then the area of square will be increased by 21%. How? You can see here. Is it clear? Is it clear to all or not? Please tell me. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So after this, what was the question they are asking? Suppose radius of a sphere is increased by 10%, find out the net increment in the volume. Okay. Okay. So basically this is your sphere. This is your radius of sphere. So if radius is r, then what will be the volume of the sphere? This 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. So what we are doing here, increment of 10% in the radius. Yeah, you can leave, don't worry. If anybody want to leave, then they can leave. So r is increased by 10%, that means 1.1 r. Okay, how? R plus 10%, that means 0.1 r, that will be equals to 1.1 r. So how if r is converted, means suppose r dash is here. If r is here, then this, and if r dash is here, then 4 by 3 pi r dash cube. So r dash for the new change. So r dash, what it is? 1.1 r. So 4 by 3 pi r dash, you can write it like 1.1 r whole cube. So what value this will be? 4 by 3 pi r cube into 1.1 whole cube. Okay. So what exactly the change will be here? 1.1331, I think. This will be the cube of 1.1. So what it is? Basically 1 plus 0.331. So this is your multiplying factor. So when you will multiply it by 100, you will get 33.1 percentage. This will be the volume change. क्लियर हो रहा है कि नहीं सभी को? किसी को भी डाउट हो तो प्लीज रेज योर हैंड. बेसिकली दीज आर द वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम गोइंग इन द स्पीडी मैनर.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah,
please make a list of the all formula of this geometrical arithmetic.
Okay,
Because
basically
can go through the
okay, I
like
got your
one
point.
aspect.
I got your point. Don't worry. Basically, just keep one thing in your mind. If they are asking about you have to not learn any formula. If they are means giving you side, okay, or radius, okay, and they are saying area change. So whatever the increment you are doing, suppose यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया, हमारा r था, हमने 10% इंक्रीज किया, 1.1 r किया. ओके, सो आपने क्या किया, 1.1 का स्क्वायर कर दिया, तो आपका एरिया का जो इंक्रीमेंट होगा वो आ जाएगा. अगर 1.1 का ही आपने क्यूब कर दिया तो आपके वॉल्यूम का आ जाएगा. तो आपको यहाँ बेसिकली यू हैव नॉट टू कीप एनी फॉर्मूला इन योर माइंड. अगर वॉल्यूम के इंक्रीमेंट की बात करेंगे, सो आपने जो भी साइड या तो रेडियस को इंक्रीज किया है, सपोज हमने 10% इंक्रीज किया तो आपको 1.1 आर मिला. सपोज अगर हमने 20% इंक्रीज किया तो 1.2 आर मिला. अगर हमने एरिया के लिए बात किया तो आपको इसका स्क्वायर करना है. अगर हमने क्यूब वॉल्यूम के लिए बात किया तो आपको इसी का क्यूब कर देना है. सिंपल. सपोज हमने कहा 20% डिक्रीमेंट कर दिया हमने एरिया सॉरी रेडियस में, आपका फाइनल रेडियस क्या हो जाएगा, 0.8 आर. अब हमें वॉल्यूम का इंक्रीमेंट या डिक्रीमेंट की बात होगा, हमको इसका सिंपली क्यूब करना है. आपको फॉर्मूले की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. बेसिकली आप ऐसे याद रखो, एरिया दैट मीन्स स्क्वायर, वॉल्यूम दैट मीन्स क्यूब, दैट्स इट. इज इट क्लियर है ना? क्लियर है क्या आपको?
क्लियर है सर।
हाँ, बस आपको फॉर्मूले याद करने की नीड नहीं है कि अब आपको स्फीयर का एरिया याद करना है, स्क्वायर का याद करना है, रेक्टेंगल का ट्राइंगल एरिया याद करना है, देन आपको सर्कल का एरिया याद करना है, स्फीयर का वॉल्यूम याद करना है। दैट विल बिकम, अब वो पूरा आपका एक मेंसुरेशन ही हो जाएगा। फिर तो आपको सिलेंडर भी है, कोन भी है, क्या क्या पढ़ते बैठोगे, वो आपको नीड नहीं है। बेसिकली अगर यूपीएससी क्वेश्चन अराइज करेगा यहाँ से, तो आपको रेडियस या तो साइड दे देगा। After that they will ask what will be the area change, what will be the volume change. Area change, that means जो भी इंक्रीज या डिक्रीज करने के बाद आपको साइड मिलेगा या आपका रेडियस मिलेगा, जस्ट आपको उसका स्क्वायर कर देना है। स्क्वायर के बाद जो वैल्यू आएगा, सपोज हमने अभी आपको क्या दिया, सपोज 10% डिक्रीमेंट हो गया साइड में, तो आपका फाइनल वैल्यू क्या आ जाएगा, 1 माइनस 0.1। 0.1 कहाँ से आया, 1 माइनस 10 डिवाइडेड बाई 100, बेसिकली 10% डिक्रीमेंट। सो अब आपका क्या हो गया, ये वाला आपका रेडियस या एरिया क्या हो जाएगा, साइड सपोज 0.9। तो अब आपको क्या करना है, 0.9 का स्क्वायर करना है फॉर एरिया चेंज। तो यहाँ से आप क्या पाओगे, 0.81। 0.81 को आप कैसे लिखोगे, 1 माइनस 0.19। ओके, सो 19 दैट मीन्स क्या हो गया आपका 19% डिक्रीमेंट हुआ। क्या हुआ, एरिया में 19% डिक्रीमेंट हुआ। सपोज यही वॉल्यूम की बात होती तो 0.9 का आपको क्या करना होता है, क्यूब, दैट मीन्स 0.729। तब आप क्या करते, 1 माइनस 0.729, दैट मीन्स 0.73 अप्रोक्सीमेटली, दैट मीन्स 0.27। तो आपका क्या हो जाता है यहाँ पे, 27% डिक्रीमेंट हो जाता वॉल्यूम में। वॉल्यूम मीन्स आपको क्यूब कर देना है जो भी डिक्रीमेंट के बाद वैल्यू आ रही, एरिया मीन्स आपको स्क्वायर कर देना है। आपको फॉर्मूले की नीड नहीं है। इज इट क्लियर, सबको क्लियर है कि नहीं,
Yes,
प्लीज
sir.
टेल मी। अगर किसी को भी डाउट है तो प्लीज रेज योर हैंड। भावेश क्लियर है आपको?
यस सर।
ओके परफेक्ट। एंड चंद्रू, आदर्श, वेदापा, संजीव, किसी को भी डाउट है देन प्लीज आस्क, अभी आप पूछ सकते हो, चाहे जितना पूछो। एंड दीज आर वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन एंड दीज आर वेरी बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट। आपको सी सेट के लिए किसी भी फॉर्मूले की नीड नहीं है। आप माइंड में हमेशा रखिए, फाइनल वैल्यू इक्वल्स टू इनिशियल वैल्यू इनटू 1 प्लस माइनस इंक्रीमेंट और डिक्रीमेंट। परसेंटेज मींस यही होता है। अब इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट अगर मल्टीपल है तो आप उसको बढ़ाते चलिए, दैट्स इट। इसमें आपको कोई एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स लगाने की नीड नहीं है। इज इट क्लियर? ओके, so okay, this is a very means basic logical question. In an office 40% employee are males while 70% of the employees, just 1 minute, I'm not able to see the slide again. Okay, 70% off. Okay, in an office 40% employee are males while 70% of the employees are married. If 80% of male are married, find out the net percentage of unmarried female in the office. So first of all, आपको ऐसे क्वेश्चन अगर कहीं आएंगे, suppose all the values are given in the percentage form, you have to calculate, means आपको कोई एक नंबर पर्टिकुलर आपको फाइंड आउट करना है। सो आप अगर परसेंटेज में वैल्यू है देन आप 100 कंसीडर कर लेना टोटल वैल्यू। अगर वैल्यू आपके डेसिमल्स में है या फ्रैक्शन में है तो आप 1 कंसीडर कर लेना, आपको क्वेश्चन ऑटोमेटिकली सॉल्व हो जाएगा। ठीक, सो बेसिकली व्हाट दे आर सेइंग, इन एन ऑफिस 40% एम्प्लॉय आर मेल्स। सो परसेंटेज में बात हो रही है, सपोज हमारे पास टोटल एम्प्लॉय हो गए 100 एम्प्लॉयज आर देयर, सो 40% एम्प्लॉयज आर मेल्स। सो 100 का 40% दैट मीन्स 40। ओके, 40 employees are male. So अगर 100 total employees हैं, if there are 100 employees, means total number of employees are 100, in 100 there are 40 males, then automatically 60 will be your female employees. Fine. After that, while 70% of the employees are married. Okay, so अब आपको ये है 100 में का 70% एम्प्लॉयज क्या हैं आपके, मैरिड हैं। दैट मीन्स 100 में से 70 एम्प्लॉयज मैरिड हैं, सो 70 एम्प्लॉयज मैरिड एंड 30 अनमैरिड। टोटल एम्प्लॉय आपके पास 100 है। फाइन, सो इफ 80% ऑफ मेल्स आर मैरिड, सो 80%, तो 80% किसका आपको कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा, टोटल मेल आपके पास 40 है, 40 का आपका 80% कितना हो जाएगा, दैट विल बी इक्वल्स टू 32। सो इट मींस 32 मेल्स आर मैरिड। सो टोटल मेल कितने हैं 40, उसमें 32 अगर मैरिड हो गए तो 8 आपके क्या हो जाएंगे, अनमैरिड। इट्स क्लियर। सो अगर देखिए आपको ये भी बता दिया उन्होंने कि टोटल नंबर है 70 मैरिड की, तो अगर 32 मैरिड मेल हैं तो ऑटोमेटिकली 38 मैरिड फीमेल हो जाएंगी। सो टोटल नंबर आपका 60 है, उसमें से 38 अगर फीमेल्स मैरिड हैं, ऑटोमेटिकली 22 फीमेल्स विल बी अनमैरिड। ओके, सो I think what they are asking basically find out the net percentage of unmarried female in the office. So how many females are unmarried? 22, and you are solving all values in the 100, so that will be automatically 22%. Those are the unmarried female. ये क्वेश्चन क्लियर है क्या? बेसिकली
Yes, sir.
बेसिकली इस क्वेश्चन को देने का लॉजिक क्या था, आपको स्टेप्स फॉलो करना है। पल्लव वाज आस्किंग ना कि अगर सर क्वेश्चन में ऐसा ही नहीं दिया है तो क्या करना है। सो दिस इज द लॉजिक बिहाइंड मींस गिविंग दिस क्वेश्चन। यही लॉजिक है यहाँ पे, आपको स्टेप वाइज चलना है। 40% एम्प्लॉयज मेल थे, आपने 40 मेल कर दिया, 60 फीमेल कर दिया। आप क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करते गए स्टेप वाइज, आप फाइनली आप आंसर तक पहुंच गए। अदरवाइज आप इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते। अगर आप स्टेप नहीं फॉलो करेंगे देन यू आर नॉट एबल टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन। इज इट क्लियर टू ऑल?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, perfect. So after this, okay, this is basic calculation. और आपको मैं बता दूं, this question is already asked in your UPSC examination. Basically, I was calculating the values in starting. So अब I'll skip this question. Basically, यहाँ पे आपको डायरेक्ट कैलकुलेट करना है। 40% of 20% plus 30% of 25% plus 50% of 28% will be equals to. So basically आपको क्या करना है, percentage that means divide by 100, of that means multiply, and after that you have to solve this. So this is the basic mathematics. So I don't think so there is the need to solve this question. Anyone want to discuss this question? Then please tell me.
No, sir.
Okay. आफ्टर दिस आपको एक चीज और मैं बता दूं, नेट चेंज, ओके, नेट एरिया चेंज और नेट एनीथिंग, देयर विल बी नेट वाली बात होगी। बेसिकली दिस इज योर फॉर्मूला, नेट परसेंटेज चेंज इन एरिया और एनीथिंग। ओके, नेट परसेंटेज चेंज की जब बात होगी, बेसिकली इट मींस दैट कि आपको अगर दो चेंजेस दिया हुआ है, सपोज 30% एंड 20%, ओके, सो आपको क्या करना है, दे आर आस्किंग नेट चेंज, व्हाट विल बी द नेट चेंज। ओके, सो नेट चेंज के लिए सपोज दिस इज रिटन लाइक इंक्रीमेंट, दिस इज रिटन लाइक डिक्रीमेंट, तो सिंबल के साथ चलना है आपको इसमें। और आपका फॉर्मूला क्या होगा, x plus y plus xy divided by 100. This value will be in the percentage form. If question is in the means in the form of one is the increment, another one is decrement, and after that they are asking for the net change, then you have to follow the symbols as well. That means increment hai, that will be counted as plus 30, decrement hai, that will be counted as minus 30. Okay, is it clear?
सर एक डाउट है।
Yes, please tell me.
सर ये x और y जो ये फॉर्मूले में है, ये डिनोट किसको कर रहे हैं? मतलब लाइक फाइनल वैल्यू, इनिशियल वैल्यू, एक बार
नहीं, बेसिकली क्या है, अगर आपके क्वेश्चन में कहीं दिया है, जैसे यहाँ 30%, अभी मैं एक क्वेश्चन और बताऊंगा, सपोज यहाँ लिखा होता 30% एंड देन 20%, ओके, देयर आर टू चेंजेस, सो 30 विल बी योर x एंड 20 विल बी योर y। बेसिकली जो आपका मल्टीप्लाइंग फैक्टर होता था ना, यू कैन राइट इट लाइक mf1 प्लस mf2 प्लस mf1 क्रॉस mf2 divided by 100. Is it clear now?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay, fine. बेसिकली अब आप देखो, ये क्वेश्चन मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी अभी बताया था, अगेन वही चीज आ गया। आप देखिए यहाँ पे उन्होंने क्या बोला, इफ द साइड ऑफ स्क्वायर इज इंक्रीज्ड बाय 30%, व्हाट विल बी द चेंज इन एरिया। सो आप इसको डायरेक्टली भी कर सकते हो। सपोज योर साइड वाज a, 30% इंक्रीज मींस 1.3a, व्हाट विल बी योर मींस चेंज इन एरिया, एरिया का चेंज बेसिकली आपको स्क्वायर करना है, यू व्हाट यू विल गेट इट 1.69। 1.69 को आप क्या लिख सकते हो, 1.1 प्लस 0.69, दैट मींस प्लस के साथ है, यहाँ पे आपको 69% इंक्रीमेंट। आप अपने फॉर्मूले से भी कर सकते हैं, मतलब अपना ओरिजिनल लॉजिक। बट हाँ, अगर यही चीज जब आपका दो इंक्रीमेंट या डिक्रीमेंट, यहाँ सेम वैल्यू थी, बेसिकली दिस क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू एरिया, I'll move ahead with 2 more question. ये question clear है क्या सबको? So that
Yes,
मैं
sir.
आगे okay. ओके सो अब आप यहाँ पे देखिए जो मैं आपको बताना चाहता था भावेश. A man's wages were decreased by 50%. The reduced wages were increased by 50%. So what will be the final profit or loss in the wages? So अब MF1 क्या हो गया आपका -50 and MF2 क्या हो गया आपका +50. Basically this was decrement, this was increment. So MF1 plus MF2 plus MF1 cross MF2 divided by 100, and the entire value will be in the percentage form. MF1 -50, MF2 +50 plus -50 cross +50 divided by 100, and the value will be in the percentage. Always keep in. ये दोनों कैंसिल हो गए. फाइनल वैल्यू आपको क्या मिलेगा 2500 डिवाइडेड बाई 100 परसेंटेज. ये आपका आ गया -25%. माइनस आया दैट मीन्स आपका क्या हो गया लॉस हो गया. दिस इज योर फाइनल आंसर. क्लियर है ये क्वेश्चन?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. After this 30% of a number when subtracted from 91. Okay, so suppose number is x, so 30% of a number subtracted from
Sir,
91.
suppose
yes.
excuse me.
Yes,
So
बोलिए.
suppose in that very previous question,
हाँ.
MF1 and MF2
हाँ.
and MF3 is also given.
Yeah. I'll discuss one more
Sir,
question.
in that
Basic-
case, formula,
So in that case,
that-
what you have to do first, you can solve for the two means MF1 and MF2. Whatever the answer you will get,
okay, sir.
just proceed with
Okay.
consider that as a MF1 and another MF2 will be there. So again you can solve. Basically, this is the
Okay,
best.
sir.
This is
Okay, sir. Thank you.
this is the same question.
Thank
Don't
you,
worry,
sir.
I'll cover all the logics. So basically, this is a word problem. Nothing is here. Basically, you have to follow the words, whatever the mentioned in the question. This is also CSAT, I think 2016 question. UPSC already asked this question. 30% of a number, suppose the number is x, okay, subtracted from 91, give the number itself. Again, what you have to do, this is the class 6th question. Basically, you have to find out the value of x. I don't think so there is need of the discussion on this question. Example number 8, clear hai? Is it clear to all? Just please see it.
So can we get this PDF later?
You will get, don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, example number 9, the difference between a discount of 35% and two successive discount of 20 and 20% on a certain bill was 22. Find the amount of the bill. Okay, so basically what they are saying, successive discount अगर आता है that means क्या हो गया आपका negative value. So -20. So आपको क्या करना है, first of all आपको -20 के लिए आपने calculate किया, you got -36%, and one discount is of 35%. Okay, so 36 minus 35%, and that is given, I think 22 is mentioned on a certain bill was 22. Find the amount of the final bill. So amount of the final bill will be equals to 36 minus 35, that will be equals to 22. So 1% equals to 22. That means what will be the amount for the bill? 22 into 100, that will be 2200. Is it clear? किसी को क्वेश्चन अगर क्लियर नहीं हो तो डोंट वरी, आप एक बार इसको आप देख सकते हो. वी हैव लेस टाइम, ऑलरेडी टाइम हो चुका है, बट हमारे पास एक ही क्वेश्चन बचा हुआ है, दैट्स व्हाई मैं थोड़ा सा स्पीड में इसको वो कर दे रहा हूँ. Okay, you can just go with the slide, and if still there will be query, I'll discuss the question in the next class, don't worry. Okay, and last one is the price of jute has been reduced by 20%. If the reduced price is rupees 800 per quintal, what will be the original price per quintal? Okay, so the price of the jute per quintal, we have considered that it is equals to x. Okay, x. Okay, so if we reduce the price by 20%, that means what it will be, 80% of x. Okay, basically if you will decrease the value by 20%, okay, so what it will be, 80% of x. Okay, that will be equals to 800. Already they say that ki reduced price is 800 per quintal. Okay, so 80% of x equals to 800, that means x will be equals to 1000. So this will be the your original price, that means 1000 rupees per quintal. Is it clear? प्लीज आप लोग बोलिए भी ना एनी.
यस सर.
ओके ओके, आफ्टर दिस मीन्स आपका मतलब परसेंटेज मेरी तरफ से कॉन्सेप्ट वाइज इट्स ऑलरेडी कवर्ड. एंड अगर किसी को भी कुछ और नीड होगी इस पे, अगर इफ एनीबडी वांट एनी डिस्कशन देन वी कैन डिस्कस दैट पार्ट आल्सो. ओके, एंड प्लीज आप just 1 minute, I'll just 1 minute. I already shared some questions here with you all. This is the solution for the third one, and these are the questions related to a number system. Find out the unit digit, and find the LCM for the number, sum of the digits, whatever the question is. How many, find the number of divisors for 1420. And this is the question, these are the questions related to the simplification. One is for the, these two questions in the last, these are for the remainder theorem. So I think I already covered all these means things in your class. So please try to solve it by tomorrow evening. And if any doubt will be there, I'll discuss those doubts in your classroom only, class only. And after that, we will proceed with the further questions, means concept related to the percentage. And in the next class, I'll try to cover, means complete the profit and loss. Okay. And still, if anyone have query in the number system part or the percentage part, then you can ask right now. Anyone have doubt? Okay, no problem. Then I think we should terminate the class right now. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Please share this PDF.
Yeah, I'll definitely share it after this, means just after this class. Just give me 5 minutes, I'll share it to you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.